Hi there, welcome back to Gadget Mad Lad. In this episode, we're gonna kind of start. It's technically a teardown, as you probably see by the intro, but I've got ideas for future videos with this. So let me explain what it is first. It's a like I know what it is. It's a zune, something or other. Not too sure which zune it is. I think it's HD maybe or something. Not exactly sure on that one. It's the 80GB version, nevertheless. I got given this off a mate of mine called Jordan. Basically, there was no sign of power with it, so I assumed need a charge cable for it because it takes some proprietary connector thing. It's a little bit like the 30-pin connector of the the iPhone, but it's slightly smaller. Anyway, so the point is about the cable. It cost me, I think it was £7 off of Amazon. Put it into a USB charge port thing, connected it. So I had a battery indicator. I thought, oh, cool. So I left it on charge for about 12 hours. No sign of life whatsoever. So at this point, I started researching, what could be wrong with everything. And apparently, the batteries in these are naff the crap. So my thought was this. I'm going to do a teardown in this video, obviously. So I'll quickly get out of the way what I'm saying and we'll get to the teardown. But I was hoping what I might be able to do is upgrade. You've seen Dank Pods on YouTube. He's like a Australian fellow who mods iPods and stuff. Not he does other stuff as well, but I think he's recently known into headphones and stuff like that. Well, the point is, his iPod stuff is awesome. So check that out anyway. But he does a mod with the CF card adapter where he upgrades the internal hard disk drive on an iPod and gives it like 2 TB or whatever, or a terabyte and all that stuff. I think like to make it usable, I think it was like 256GB or 500GB. That was like the maximum it could use before it started going, playing up with autoplay, whatever you call it. What's it called? Shuffle. Yeah. Well, anyway, the point is, I wanted to do something similar to this. So I know it's in pristine condition. So my plan was essentially, I wanted to upgrade the internals, i.e. the hard drive, and I also wanted to try and do some kind of mod, to the battery, because I recently so I tried out a teardown of one of these from a few years back, and the guy was changing the battery in it, and I noticed the battery was similar looking to one of these ones that I pulled out of the Geotech PLA Station 4 power controller a few videos back. It's a technically teardown, so if you go back for the list, you might see it. Well, in that, that's where I got that battery from. My thought was maybe I could replace this in that with that, because I think there's only like 800 milliamps inside there. This is 1200, so it technically would be an upgrade. Not only that, but I thought if I used the data cable that I got from it, maybe I could actually add Type C, a little hole in the side there, for the Type C connector. So we could charge it with, sync it via Type C as well as the original zune connector. And I'll stop talking about that now, I guess it's the point. Right, so this little thing up here is, you just remove that with a pry tool, because there's no screws anywhere on the body except for underneath here. So here we have 2 Torx screws, which I assumed, ironically enough, wouldn't be Torx. I wasn't paying very much attention when they were talking about it in a video, because now I'm totally unprepared. Where I put my bleeding screwdriver? There it is. So, Torx, could that be you? That'd be convenient, wouldn't it, if it's the right end in there? No, it's not. So, just give me 1 second to change the tip. I think it will be this one. Oh, come on, you bugger. Just double check it. Yeah, that's right. So, you go back in there. Stick this in there. I think I'm going to need to change the tip again in a minute, because I'm not too sure what the screws are on the inside. I thought it was Phillips screws, but as you've seen, I can clearly be wrong. So I don't want to lose any of the stuff from this. So the plan is to tear it down with the finesse of being able to put it back together again, at least in a future video. So as we go, I'll explain what my plans are. What I'll do actually, I'll show you my little project tub that I've got, so I don't misplace any of the screws or anything. Cut the lid up and not open. And now everything I take out, I will drop it into the pot. That way I don't misplace anything. I'm gonna get the bits I need for the other mods and stuff. I'll revisit this video. Right, so I keep losing myself way too easy, don't I? Such that, because the light seems to be dropping a little bit. Right, so from what I know now, I think we meant to, one of the corners is the magical spot to get in there, but plastic pry tool, because it's metal, so don't be marking it. Come on, get in there, you. It seems closed pretty tight. Come on. Ow. Split nail there. Never mind. Right, so I'm gonna get in you then, you bugger. Let's try it with this one. The crowbar-esque style one. This has got a nice AMOLED screen and stuff in it for the time. And I'm actually quite a bit of a fan. I'm really trying not to mark it, but it doesn't want to play ball. How do you get in there? Maybe down here? Is this the sweet spot? Oh crap. Ah, it's not what I open. I think I might have to use brute force. Don't want to do that. Obviously, metal screwdriver, never a good idea. But I'm trying to see if I can push it away a little bit or something, maybe. Oh, sorry, I want to mark the case. Didn't want to do this, but let's just see if we can get a pry tool. Seem to make it a little opening though. There we go. Come on. Come on. Let's make it a good video. Let's mash it up. Because I really wouldn't mind preserving this. That clip does not want to unclip, does it? Mashing my tool up. Right, so let's wedge you in there. Let's get another one. That'll do it. That's it. Flathead screwdriver it is. Oh crap. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? Right, so let's wedge you back in there again. You're proper stuck in. Yeah, stuck in. This time I'll hold it so it doesn't ping off, and I'll kind of lever it. Oh, I can hear clips unclipping. So we've got access. Yay. I'll stop using that now then. I hope I can. Maybe not. It's the only thing that seems to be strong enough to pull the thing open. So unfortunately, you might have to use a thicker pry tool or something. I'm not too sure. To be honest, I'm using a flathead screwdriver, but this is definitely the mark of the plastics. Come on. Yeah, that's that side done. As you can see, I've unclipped. So the clips seem to be from where the headphone jack is. Working along, you've got a clip here, which I think might have potentially broke there. Clip here in the corner. There's a metal clip there, a metal clip there, a metal clip there, and a metal clip there. So working your way down, you've got 4 points of ingress there, essentially, you know, to gain access to. So let's see if I can get the other side now. That's it. Again, trying my eyes not to break it. So sorry about the weird camera angles. It's just kind of you gotta get my I need to get my memento somehow. Oh come on, that's really matte. The plastic that. Crap, that's really matte. The plastic. Right, so obviously without letting it go back together again. Oh, and clip like you would on the other side. That's just mashing it up, see? You can see that on camera or not. Focus. Focus. That's literally matte the metal and the plastic. So you must have to, is it this? I'm guessing come down this way and this side. So when you work your way down the right hand side of it from where the headphone jack is, I think you must have to come back to the top again. And I think your point might be here. But again, like don't do what I'm doing and use a metal tool, because chances are you'll bugger it up. Hey, that's done something. So let's get our tool wedged in there. Ish. Pain in the butt this, I tell you. I thought it was really easy. Right, so I'm sorry, it's getting off camera, so I'll get a better grip of it. Yeah, that's gonna work properly. Let's close him right back up again. See if that works. I'll wedge my finger in there. When in doubt, use the flesh. There we go. So I'm assuming it's like the other side. Points of ingress, same place. Obviously you've got to be careful of the LCD though, or AMOLED, whatever the hell you call it, because if that breaks, you ain't got nothing. Obviously you have something, but it just won't be as easy to repair. Come on, try not to stab into it because I don't want to break anything. Pop open maybe. Let's do something. Something's gripping hold of it on the inside. Oh, there we go. Will you let go? There we go, so it was gripping hold of it. See there, it's bent. Let's come away on it. Oh crap, that's rubbish. That's why I was having trouble, because it's a bit of the internal, you know, metal teeth, what we call it, you know, to grip hold of them. The kind of access points in the plastic. It's come unsoldered from there. Bugger. That doesn't leave a space when I put it back together again. See the battery as well? I was actually right, wasn't I? So, from what I can see, how many wires are coming off that? Is it 4? Is it 4 or 3? Am I tripping? Yep, blue, white, black, red. So it's like USB protocol in it. That might actually be the thingy though. You know, the battery, this, you call it, the PCB for the battery. So what screws are we talking still? Yeah, they all seem to be the same size ones, so I can drop them 2 in there. Right, so we've got some tape here we're going to have to remove. So let's get rid of this first of all. Drop that into the pot, because I know that'll have some use at some point for shielding and stuff. So again, let's pull this stuff off. This blue thing here, these rubber bumpers there, this is the actual internal hard drive, so the actual zune itself. So yeah, it's actually got a spinning hard drive. Oh crap, pulled something I shouldn't have pulled that. And then go back in there. Because I've been tearing it apart to the point where I'm breaking it down to like its component parts. You know, the boards and stuff like that, whatever. Just gonna put it in that pot and revisit it. Obviously if you want to see the video sooner, let me know and I'll get on it. But I've got I'm backlogged with a few things at the moment, so chances of that'll take me at least a week or 2. Let's remove these screws. 2 what are these are Torx screws, little tiny Torx screws, similar to the iPhone but slightly bigger I think. But then again, could be wrong. I will be watching this video back on myself. But yeah, the 2 little ones that I pulled out from the top bit here to secure the whole thing together, and the 2 longer ones that are the same size head from holding what appears to be the headphone jack in place. So I think now to get access further in, we need to remove the hard drive. So carefully, try not to split any ribbon cables or anything like that, because these are key for you getting the thing back together again. The tape, if you tear that, that's not a big deal. But these actual brown things that they're covering, you need to be very careful with these, because slight little bend too much or break the internal components like the wires and it ain't gonna work no more. So carefully remove that. And we pull this over here a little bit, and we can see it's a ZIF connector, I think that's what they call that one. And we disconnect this like so by flipping our nail under it and pulling it up, I think. Is that how you do it? I think that's how you do it. Oh no, yeah, there we go. So I was right, it is that. And that should loosen this connector here. Careful not to pull it too hard, because there's an angle there that I'm not exactly fond of. Let's hope I haven't buggered it up. But to be fair, it isn't this side, it's the hard drive side to it, not a big deal, because my intention when it goes back together again will be, unless obviously I've got a hard drive adapter at that point, is because you get an adapter off Amazon or eBay that gives you this connector, and it's like a CF card or an SD card. I was actually looking all over YouTube trying to find someone who'd actually done it, because I would assume somebody had already done that, you know, because of all the iPod mods and stuff like that, where you can change the hard drive to an SD card or an SSD. But nobody seems to have done the zune mod. There you go, there comes out the hard drive anyway. So these little baby bugger bumpers. That was needed to spit out. So this is an 80 GB hard drive, that. And can potentially be reused. I don't think there's anything actually wrong with that, but that can go into the pot as well, because obviously I want to keep it all together. So I'm taking the tape off obviously, so it doesn't have all the screws sticking to it and stuff. But if it's magnetic, it probably will anyway, so saying that. Obviously. Right, so now we need to more tape, unfortunately. So let's see if we can get a better grip of that. I'm not poking at anything, there's a little bit of tape that I'm trying to kind of dog ear over so I can get my nail behind it. There, see, this big flop here in the way. Because underneath that, if I'm not mistaken, is the connector for the battery, which is what we need to get to, so I'm trying to be careful, really, really careful. See if these tweezers will do the trick. See below it there, the ribbon cable. I thought them data cable things were for it, but I don't think they are. I think they actually are from the, it's called a data board. You've got your motherboard up here, I think, your data board down here, and this will be like where the, you know, the zune charging connector is. So you can like sync your data and stuff like that through the zune cable. I have to assume that's for that. I may be wrong, but obviously, being close as it is, that makes me think basic data connectivity. So I'm being gentle as I can there as I'm pulling that down. I'm trying not to snag this cable. Oh, that's hopeful. That's really hopeful, the battery mod at least anyway. If you see what I'm seeing and you understand a little bit about electronics, you'll understand why I'm getting a little bit chuffed. So that data thing that I thought was the case isn't the case. It is actually part of the thing for the battery, the wire should I say. Careful there obviously. But mixed into there, the red and the black, from what I can see, is the actual battery connector. I'll keep this to one side obviously because we don't want to lose any of it. So if you see here and here, this is what's running from this directly to this. I'm assuming it's, we'll know when we get to the battery anyway, but I'm assuming that's the case. I hope that's the case. I really, really hope that's the case. If it is, it makes my job about a million times easier when it comes to modding the battery, because the battery I've got here, this one, is identical, more or less. It's actually slightly smaller from what I can see. It's just to the depth of that one. But as you can see, I think this one is, I can't see from this side. It says 3.7 volts, same as this though. Exactly the same. It's got to be less than 1,000 surely. Anyway, it's not. It's a good replacement nevertheless, isn't it? Because I think it's £15 these off Amazon. I don't know how much they are off eBay, but this cost me £3 from was it? I think it was Home Bargain or something like that. Brand spanking new for the charge. You know, the charger controller thing. I'm losing myself again here, aren't I? So what I can see here is, if you see this little zip connector thing here, this is what this little, it's like a connector thing to connect it to the hard drive. So this is like your hard drive connector, so you don't want to be losing that. That's a very important cable. So I'm removing the screws again. A bit of metal's come out of it. It's like a bracket kind of thing, so I'll put that in as a whole. Hopefully that'll stay together, probably not. What I'll do once I've got it all in the pot, I'll show you the pot. I'm not going to pull anything out of the pot in case I knock any screws or anything, but I can show you what essentially it consists of. Yeah, that's totally separated that when I drop that in there. Right, so here we have, see this black cable running up the side, if you can. Got cable running up the side there. I think this has got Wi-Fi connections on it, so I'm assuming that is for that. It's not Wi-Fi, it might be Bluetooth. That's pretty cool for a music player though, isn't it, by today's standards? Quite a fan of this, to be honest with you. I was really surprised. Oh, they took their own on a little bit, didn't they? That was what ruined them. So what am I doing now? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, more screws there. I didn't see near the charger connector, if you see. 1, 2. So I just have to remove them, and then we should be able to remove this board. Trying to go as quick as I can here, so I don't bore you to death or anything. I've got a few other videos coming up tonight as well. Today, whenever you're going to be seeing this. I won't spoil anything, but got a few mates that have given me some stuff recently that I've got plenty of content for the next couple of days at least. Are we good with that? Are we not good with that? At least I can pull that connector out. So again, fingernail under it, pick it up. Once the flap's up, you're all good to pull it out. Be gentle, give it like a little wiggle as you do, in case there's a bit of tape holding it in place. And that's our connector to connect our data board, which potentially still might be our motherboard, to the hard drive. Right, so we're going to start up here now maybe. Can we get the battery loose? Will that do? Bagger. Tape there. I know the batteries are done anyway, I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, we have connectors. So I might be wrong about that then. I can access the the board underneath this and find out where the battery is soldered directly to the board. that still might totally be an option. But it's actually slightly slimmer. So that's a little problem I'm going to have, because if you look at the battery I was going to use in comparison, thickness-wise, and I've got batteries that are similar size to this, but I just don't know the capacity, and I'm not seeing the capacity on this. It's 3.7 volts, unless it's not that sticker maybe. Yeah, that ain't coming off a crap, that. Curious. Well, like I said, I won't be doing this video anyway, so put that to one side for now. So let's continue with the teardown, and we'll go from there. So are you all soldered? Actually, I'm going to flip the solder on there. I have to do this properly. What do you think of that? Just 1 second, I'll plug that in. I'll do it in a second, people. Flick out of the plug. Preparation is key, as they say. And preparized I ain't. Alright, so as we were, right, so this dart board / motherboard, we're totally not sure what it is up to yet. We've got that and a connection there, I think, for the screen. And some other oh, and I actually unplugged the connector as well. There's like a Lego brick connector there. So what I'll do to gain better access, let's pull this little connector up here. We'll try to pull the arm off, obviously that's not good. Don't want to do that. Always be gentle with these. Yeah, we're all good with that one. So that should now disconnect, I think. Oh, come on. Battery with sticky stuff on it, sticking to everything is a pain in my butt. Come on. Wriggle free. You know you want to be free. Freedom! Got some kind of sticky thing on it holding it in place. There we go. So now, if I detach this one, that's what I assumed the battery was. I thought that was the connector for the battery, but it's not. It's for Wi-Fi or something maybe, or power switch maybe. So here we have, right, because I'm going to need to look back at this video to see how I do this. So to the next to the board, the main chip, what it appears to be, which I don't recognise any names on it. There's a little logo there, I doubt you're going to see that though. Anyway, the chip closest to the charge port, the main chip, that looks like the main chip, we've got red underneath, black on top, and then the furthest two connectors away, blue is low and white is high. So blue bottom, white top, black top, red bottom. So white there, blue there, red there, black there. And I'm not saying this to the viewers, obviously, I'm saying this to my future self so I don't mess it up when it comes to resoldering it back in place, because if it comes to the crunch of it, I'm just going to do I'll get a battery replacement if it comes to it. If I can't replace this with one of the batteries I've got, I'll just buy one off Amazon and we'll do the CF card, mod and the Type-C mod and everything. So either way that's going to happen. How many months down the line and is a different story, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right, so tweezers are, where are my tweezers? Not the ones I just use a set because they're crap. There we go. Right in front of me, blind as a bat. So you stay there like that a second. I'm just going to quickly desolder these wires so we can access the board. Accelerate you. Lightly touching the stuff. I'm on just over 350 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit, what you call it. The 350 number on the solder line, that's what I'm on. There we go, let's come off without ripping any pads up. Same deal with the black, yep, all good. Pull them back a little bit so I can access to these ones. So up to you, apart from the slight damage of the opening it up, we're all good for reassembly anyway. And any mental notes I need to take of, if you hear me probably say it loud to the camera, that's what they are essentially, me trying to prepare for the future. You know, because like when you forget where you put something, it's like my kind of doctor's handwriting to myself. Bit of gibberish that I'll understand really, or unless you've done it yourself, you know what I'm talking about. Right, so this is what I would need to do with this. If you see there, underneath it, I don't know if you can make that out, it's like a silver thing coming over that side and there. That's the battery itself connecting to the board. So if I can take this board off and somehow solder it to this board, you know, in place of that, because I've got a similar kind of thing there, I could potentially do it, but it's always going to fit or not. You know, it'd be useful if I had a 3D printer. I could have 3D printed a custom version of one of these that was slightly deeper, and in turn I could have given myself enough space for a bigger battery, amongst other things. I'm guessing. I suppose you could have had a few mods in. So this is definitely a potential good thing for modding this. We actually intend to pick up a 3D printer next year. Got saving up for it at the moment of Amazon. So watch this space for that stuff when that happens. I'm tending to redesign everything. If it can be redesigned, I will redesign it and make a housing for it and see if it fits in there. And if it doesn't, I'll make it fit, god damn it. So underneath this, what we got? I'm guessing that's the RAM, Hynix, I'm assuming that's RAM. So Hynix usually is known for, innit? Few little chips and stuff, nothing mega special that I recognise. That what I would assume would be the CPU. I'm assuming some kind of Intel thing, it's Microsoft in it, so maybe. But saying that, the people who originally made these are Toshiba, so whatever they use might be a different thing, I don't know. I'm not, like I say, I'm not 100% on that stuff. Here we got our proprietary connection for the Type-C, for the Zune connection. But from what I can see there, if you look, it's between this chip here and where the metal is there, if you can see the pins made out there, if I can get a Zune connection, a Zune charge cable connected to it, I could use my multimeter and connect, find out which the pins leads to. Oh crap. And by doing so, I'd know where to solder, on the inside to do it as like a thing above. I need to be careful, that's going to come off very easily. Holy crap, that is really loose. So that's very delicate, so I'll just do a quick glimpse of that. And this looks like a soldered on separate board to the rest. I think that's something to do with the Wi-Fi communications or something. Got a Lego connector there, Ziff connector. I don't really recognise anything else on there to tell you, so let's put that to one side in the box, and the battery as well. So we'll be needing the board from that. Dead as a dodo, like I said though. Let's move the bottom of it to there, out of the way. It's not quite in the box, but let's go further down then. Right, so where are the screws? That's a bit more metal going there. The connector sticking to my finger from that tacky stuff. You just come out, what's the dealio? Curious. You just stuck down? Is that what all it is? Bit of sticky back tape situation. That'd be helpful. As long as using the metal, just have a feel really. Like a probe, you know what I mean? Come on. Yeah, it's stuck down by sticky stuff, I think. So pry tool's probably the best bet with that. Is it though? Like I said, I don't want to break it. Is there a screw missing or something? I don't think there is. That's just a mechanism for the thing that seems to be like plastically welded, and so I won't be able to get that out anyway. I think, is that as far as we can go into it? I think it might be, without actually... How would you replace the screen if that was the case though? Hopefully I never need to find out, but I suppose it might be interesting at some point. We'll call it a day with that one, if that's okay. Hopefully that was enough for you. So this is all the stuff I got from the Zune itself. It might look a bit of a mess. Obviously the back plate here, which I'll put in once I put the face in. And we got our battery, which unknown milliampage. I'm assuming 800 to 900 milliamps. I'd be surprised if it was over 1,000. Our main board, which I thought was our separate data board, which turns out not to be. I think this is a separate data board for a Wi-Fi antenna and power switch and stuff. Got a few brackets and screws and filey kind of tape, which will probably inevitably get all the screws stuck to it. We've got a hard drive, which says Ziff connector on it. And that's pretty much it. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to the future videos upcoming with this one, because this is what I'm going to be calling, where is it, there's my lid, Project Pop 1. I'm going to do, start a certain thing, and I've got intentions to do with other videos, so I don't lose track of where it is, like, because previous videos in the past, with headphones and stuff, I've totally lost track of them, so this is my way of keeping on top of that, so that won't be touched now until I've got other stuff to add to the box, you with me, at which point I'll do a video on it. So I'll see you soon, hopefully, with another video, because I've got some quite interesting stuff coming up. Sorry it took as long as it took. I was thinking in the 20-minute mark, but 30 minutes it seems to have been, but might as well call it a day then, yeah. Right, well, thanks for watching, see you next time, and bye-byes.